I'm straightening up the hammer section in the back of my family's hardware store, wrenches and roses. A boring job? You bet. But Dad was so busy getting ready for this weekend's big sale that he just dumped the new shipment of hammers into one big bin. If you ask me, there's not much difference between a claw hammer and a ball peen, but customers can be fussy. I sort them by type, and then by weight, and then by manufacturer. You never know. Someone could walk into the store needing the perfect hammer. By the time I'm done, they'll be able to find it. Dad calls out, "Check again, will you, Josh?" I open the back door to check the alley and the parking lot. No sign of Gus, the pony handler. No ponies either. Not yet, I say for the 100th time. Dad frowns, glances at the customers lining up outside the front door, and then at the big clock on the wall. Gus stopped in a week ago when he saw our signs for the Leap into Spring sale. He showed us pictures of his two ponies, Buster and Babe. The names were cheesy, but the ponies were cute. Once my little sister Sophie saw them, she wouldn't let up. "Please, Daddy, please," she whined. "Ponies, ponies, ponies, ponies." Dad glanced at me and my twin sister Jules and asked what we thought. "Free pony rides?" I asked. "The whole town will show up." "It's a sure thing," Jules added. After Dad booked Gus and the ponies, he ordered extra ads in the newspaper. Jules and I spent the last few days plastering all the telephone poles up and down Main Street with flyers. Free pony rides for kids ages 8 and under. Saturday from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. Sunday from noon to 4 p.m. The flyers and ads must have worked. We've never had people in line waiting for the doors to open before. That's a beautiful sight. We moved here from Pittsburgh after both of my parents were laid off. They had just enough in savings to buy this old store and fix it up, but money is really tight. Too many people want to shop at the big box stores instead of supporting local businesses, Mom explained. We haven't gotten our allowances in months, and we have to shop for new clothes at the thrift store, not the mall. Jules and I are the only kids in our grade who don't have cell phones. Last week, I heard our parents talking about canceling our cable and internet, which will completely ruin my life. This weekend's big sale has to work. Mom comes up from the basement carrying a small cardboard box, followed by Sophie, hopping around like Jules's pet rabbits, Cuddles and Lolly. "Ponies, ponies! Pony rides today!" Sophie sings out. "Hip, hip, hooray! Pony rides today!" Mom double-checks the flour and vegetable seed display, filling in the missing packets. "Any sign, Josh?" she asks quietly. I open the back door again. Still no Gus. Jules walks by me with a broom, her eyes wide and worried. "Maybe he's stuck in traffic," I say, trying to sound more confident than I feel. At the front of the store, Sophie presses her nose against the big glass door. "Look at all the kids," she says. She's right. The line out there is getting longer. "I still get the first ride, right, Daddy?" Sophie asks. "You promised." Dad nods, but his smile is tight. "Did you try that number?" he asks Mom. "I put his card by the register." "It's disconnected, honey," Mom says. "No matter how many times I call, that's not going to change." Jules sweeps over to where I'm standing and whispers, "Do you think he stole Dad's money?" "Shh," I say, but I'm thinking that exact same thing. Gus had insisted that Dad pay him half of the appearance fee ahead of time, in cash. Dad was reluctant, but it was the only way Gus would agree to the deal. It's only a few minutes till opening time. Things look bad. A heavy knock on the back door startles us all. "Finally," Dad says. I rush to open it. "It's just David," I announce. David Hutchinson is one of the vet volunteers with Jules and me at Dr. Mack's veterinary clinic. Just David? He repeats. I deserve a little more credit than that, don't you think? He goes to throw a fake punch to my shoulder, but I shake my head.